So I want you just to start lying down on your backs and just give yourself a moment, catch your breath, and just slow down your pace for a minute. Okay, from there, I need you to turn over and to come into child's pose for me. So child's pose, and this is how we start our session. Very gentle. Just start thinking about how we relax and how we settle. You stay there. Stretch your arms forward if you can. Just for a moment, just stay here with your breath. Feel the heaviness of your body. And as you settle here in child's pose, just use your breath to simply let go and take the tension away. On your next breath, just push back. Use your hands to just put some pressure in your body weight. Send yourself backwards towards your feet. See if you can settle your forearms onto the ground. And give yourself a moment to just play with how you enjoy child's pose. How do you feel with your palms up and your arms at your side? Is that a bit more comfortable for you if there's a shoulder injury? Or maybe you're that person that prefers the toes together and the knees wide. Just find the thing that suits you and you feel good with. And see this as a settle-in pose, somewhere where you come to rest. Gather your thoughts. Well done. On your next breath out, come forward and send your arm closest to me towards the sky. Opening up and centering. Pop your hand down, settle backwards. On your next breath, come forward and open up the hand on the other side. Modify where you need to. So if there's some vulnerability around the shoulders, find the thing that works for you. Coming forward, opening your arm towards the ceiling. Just take your time with this. So just twist through our child's pose. Coming forward, stretch your arm upwards. Leave your hands on the floor into a lovely box position, and we're just going to do a little roll through the body, 360 degrees in one direction, and then the other, just for a moment. Settle there. We're going to come back to this. Upward dog. Arr. So did I say that? Yeah, I did. So chin lifts, tail lifts. Breathe through this. Round up through the back. Enjoy how your spine feels and responds to the movement in your spine. Stretching through the abdominals, pushing the ground away. Taking your time with the movement. And just flow in. Now here, feel the stretch in your back. Your chin is tucked to your chest. Feel the stretch in the front of your body as you look upwards. How does that feel on your back? settle back into that tabletop. And here are those circles again. So we are circling around the outside edges of the hands. Make this bigger if you want to, and take your time with this. Lovely. Let's do this a few more times. Now, exaggerate the movement because we are mobilising. It's not all going to be a super mega gentle team. But hopefully this is nice and pleasant. Time for you to connect with yourself. And just feel that settle in your body. Sit back into child's pose and give yourself a moment. From here, we are coming up into down dog, but to do that, I just want you to stretch your fingers for a moment, flatten off your hands, and your index fingers point forward. We roll up through the back, curl your toes under your heels, take a breath in, exhale, and lengthen into down dog. Give yourself a moment here. How does that feel? Again, just feel like your roots are sinking into the ground. Take a breath in, exhale, and just slowly, gently put your knees down on the ground. Curl your toes under your heels. Let's circle again. Now I feel it in the wrists. We are going to enjoy the stretch of the wrists and hands, so be kind here. Well done. Take a breath in, exhale, lift the knees again into down dog. Enjoy that. Your eye gaze is towards the ground, and if you want to, you can just rise up through the heels a little, melt the heels back down into the ground to enjoy that stretch. All the while, feel that push back in your body. Lovely. From here, we're going to bring the knees down onto the ground. Take your hands just a little wider, and for the first time we're going to take ourselves forward and lower ourselves down towards the floor. Leave your hands there so your elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling, and then a little lift upwards. Take a breath in here. On the next breath, push up, push back, lift knees, down dog. Lovely. Breath in, exhale, come forward, knees down, relax the front of the foot, lower the body downwards. Now squeeze the shoulder blades here and just a gentle lift up, squeeze through the bottom to protect the back. Breath in, exhale, push up. Lovely, push back, lift the hips into down dog. Now we're going to add here three-legged dog. Okay, so the leg closest to me, lifts, keeping the hips square on. Settle into that movement. Bring the foot down. Let's bring the knee forward, float it, take the foot upwards, and then pop the foot down. Lovely. Once again, we're going to come forward into, it's like a plank, knees down. We're being gentle with ourselves today. Slowly lower down. Settle there. Stretch your body there. Squeeze your shoulder blades and just gently lift up. Well done. Push up. Take your time. Lift the knees, lengthen through the spine. When you're ready, let's go into three-legged dog. Leg lifts. Bend the knee, bring it forward. Send the leg upwards. Three-legged dog. Feet down. Come forward. Knees down. Lower your body to the ground. Squeeze your shoulders, go long in your body, and just lift the chin, swan dive. Breath in, let's repeat that again. How are we doing? Pushing up. Now, if you find it's all starting to get a little bit too strong, modify, settle in child's pose if you want to. You're coming into up dog. Leg lifts. Bend the knee. Bring it forward. Send it backwards, nice and high. Foot comes down. Knees come down. Lower the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe and take your time with this. Push up and back. Curl toes. Lift up. Last time on the other leg. We lift up into three-legged dog, hips nice and square on. Bring the knee through. Push it back, nice and high, go long, lengthened. Well done. Knees down, settle back in child's pose and rest there for a moment. Morning. Find the form of child's pose that is comfortable for you. Okay, so from here, I need you to turn over and lie on your back. Flat on your back, and when we're here, palms down. Just for a moment. Just take some breath. Feel your energy sink in and seeping into the ground. Lengthening. On your next breath, draw your heels to your bottom. Now we're going to keep the arms down because I want as many points of the body connected with the ground. We are coming into that tilt and bridge. So we're going to lift the hips as high as you can, and at the top of the movement you're going to push through. Use your energy and your knee power to push yourself up towards your head, if that makes sense. Settle here. Take a few just long and settling breaths here. Keep squeezing through the buttocks, keeping the palms down. Feel the power through your legs. Toes facing forward. Slowly let your spine come back down and settle. Give yourself a moment. Take your knees to one side and then the other, and we're going to repeat the bridge. Inhaling, exhaling. Go high, so use your leg power to push up. So this feels slightly different to how we would deliver it in Pilates. So we're squeezing through the buttocks. It's a space between your knees, your feet facing forward. We're holding that pose and we're breathing and holding through that pose. Nice and high if you can. That's it, just a little bit higher, that's it. We're holding it there. Slowly lay it down. Well done. Draw your knees into chest. Circle the knees in one direction and then the other. Feel okay? So far so good? Not freaking you out too much? Give me a thumbs up, team. I need to know you're all right. Right, good, 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 good. Okay, so we are going to repeat that. So, and this will be our final time, and then we'll stay in the pose, okay? So adjust your shoulders, keep your palms down, heels nice and close to your bottom. Come through that tilt, push up really high, as high as you can. Now, if you want to here, you could lift the heels and continue to just push up high and back. So gravity wants to take over here. And when that happens, we need to think about squeezing the bottom. So gravity is trying to pull us down. We need to be up, 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 up. Lovely. Good. Nice and high, just a few more breaths. Okay. Settle your hips down. Okay, bring the feet together. Put the soles of the feet together. And if you can, let's just take our arms overhead and see if we can settle the hands behind the head and get the elbows to touch the ground either side. Now this is a challenge, I know that. Modify if you need to, you know what to do. If it's, don't ever put yourself into a position of stress that causes pain, but we have to work towards the pain rather than avoiding it. Listen and adjust. So we're going to try and settle here. Connect with your breath. Let it go. Feel your emotions seep through your body and leave you where your body makes contact with the ground. You're going to stay in pose just a little longer. Try to relax. Now we need to relax the pelvic floor. Let it go. Because sometimes we're holding our tension deep within us, and we just need to soften the pelvic floor, the abdomen, and just let it pass. From here, you release your arms. Okay, so your arms come out to your sides, 3 and 9 o'clock. Draw your knees together. Bring up one knee into tabletop and then the other. Okay, so what we're going to do is a circle. So if you want to just watch me for a moment, the toes touch down on the ground of the mat. We twist to one side towards your right hand, up towards the centre, so there's a contract in the centre, over to your left side, and let the legs drop down towards the centre of the mat where we reverse, okay? So we twist, there's a pull up, contract, bum lifts, drop to the other side, all the way down to the bottom and middle of your yoga mat, and then we switch direction. So we're just doing a lovely circle, so there's a lift, you contract, try and get your bottom off the ground when you do this. Lovely. Well done. taking your time with that. So think about how your abdomen is connecting and your core muscles are connecting with the ground. Feel how your bottom lifts away from the ground as your knees are close to your ribs, and how your waistline is just letting your knees drop out to the sides. So you got a few more of these. Feel that super mega contraction. So use your abdominals and use your core to really get a lovely squeeze, a shortening and a tightening around the trunk. You look wonderful, by the way, on Zoom. Okay, let's do that one more time in each direction. And once again, this time I just want you to hold your chins into your chest, your knees into your chest. Oh, itchy ear. Just hold on and just cooch those knees into chest for a moment. Well done, stay there. Okay, so letting go of the leg closest to you, pop the bent knee, bent foot on the floor, okay? So you got a cooched in leg, and then you got the other foot on the floor, okay? So what I want you to do, the leg, your left leg, I just want you to bring that in. So bend the knee and rest the outside of the foot on the thigh. Oh crap, trying to describe that today. Lovely. Enjoy that. Let that settle. Now what will happen is left hand, just gently push away here. So what you might feel is this holding in your back, this tension in your back. So just try and breathe through and just let that go. You're just gently pushing the thigh away. And we're just opening up the hip here. Okay, flex through the foot that's rested on the knee. Arms go out wide and we're going to settle the foot to the right side. Lovely. And again, just stay there and breathe for a moment. Enjoy that sensation in the hip and the bottom as we release that and let that go. If you want to look in the opposite direction, feel free. Breath in and reset back to the beginning. Okay, don't undo yourself here. What I want you to do now is take that left knee to the left side and look right. Now that will feel very different again, slightly different focus. This targets more into the hamstring, but you should, again, you feel this. So this is quite an interesting one for you, Chris. It will feel a big stretch in the front of the psoas, front of the trunk flexors, and you're going to feel nice around the hip. It's a lot of pulling that's going on here as we release. Okay. Come back to center, undo, and then redo. So now it's right foot onto left thigh, right hand to the inside of the right knee, and just gently press away here and breathe. So this is like working on our hip opening, which I know for many of us isn't particularly comfortable. Just gently press away and try and use your breath. Let it go. Let your breath allow you to just turn off the muscles that are holding into your hip. When you're ready, you take that right foot onto the left side. Try and bring the sole of the foot to the ground if you can, and then stretch and look away in the opposite direction. So, and I know you want to hold on to your butt cheeks here, but let that tension go. Try and relax your bottom. And just breathe through relaxation. Do a little scan here. What do you need to let go? What are you aware of that's tight? You look gorge. Come up, come over, and bring your right thigh knee to the right side. So your foot is pointing up towards the sky, if you like. And we're going to try and relax it there, which is quite a challenge because you feel like a knot. Looking in the opposite direction, just let things happen. Let gravity work with us now and really ground us. Let us come into the floor. Let go what you need to let go of. Well done, come back to center and undo. Okay, I want us to come up into a seated position, so do that in any fashion. Okay, so let's have a look at how we sit. So if you want to assist and use a block, that's fine. What I want us to do is to bring the soles of our feet together, and I know many of us are quite tight here in the hips. Sitting on a block does help, and remember this is about you. Find the thing that works for you. We're just going to let the knees drop out. Now, I'm a fan of, and I was once told off for saying it, but kind of like separate your bum cheeks so you can really feel your sit bones and settle. Settle through your shoulders. And when I say settle, what I'm looking for is making sure your back feels comfortable, that you feel comfortable, and you're not putting yourself in a stress position. Breathe and relax. Now I want you to press your elbows down into your thighs. So if you're quite high up, just a little press away. I love pet fitness. I love the fact that my cat's become obsessed with Zoom, and every time I'm on a Zoom call at home, she just wants to be in it because I think she just likes watching the other people. As you press down, start to press up. So as one is going down, and stay focused here and think about what's going on with the ground, where your points of contact are with the ground. Continue to breathe, a gentle push up, a gentle press down. And relax. Bring your knees together for a moment. Hold on to your shins, slide your feet slightly. Repeat, but this time I want you to take your hands back so your hands and fingers are turning away from you. Lift up through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, turn your knees out again, squeeze your shoulders and just lift up through your chest. Again, settle and breathe. Feel the stretch through the back of feel the stretch through the elbow joints. Push the ground away, so you really lift it up here. And you may feel this in your collarbone, around your chest, between your shoulders. If you want to just give yourself a bit of a wiggle jiggle, see if you can get those knees to drop a little further. Now, I always think this is a bit of a challenge because our shoulders start to ache. Think about lifting up through the chest and use the shoulder blades to kind of pinch into your back. Lovely. Slide the feet slightly further forward and still have that knee separation. Well done. Walk your hands forward. Hold on to your ankles. Press your knees down. As you press away with your elbows, push up too. So there's a rise and a fall here. Long through the spine, Squeezing and just drawing yourself in, and now let's fold. So just land your hands somewhere, anywhere. Relax your chin to your chest. And draw your knees together. Well done, lovely people. How are we feeling? Can I have a thumbs up so far, or meh? Are you okay? Lovely, good stuff. Okay, so from here, what I'd like us to do is extend your right leg forward to me. Take your left foot over your right thigh for a second. Okay, just give us a little moment to get into this. Okay, so from here, left hand behind you. I'll go that way. Left hand behind you. Hold on to the outside of the right knee and pull inwards. Okay, so we're squashing your boobs towards your knee. Now, if you want to, you can take your right hand to the outside of the knee. So it's more of a twist, and we start to look away. At the same time, the foot is flexed. Enjoy how your shoulder feels. If you want to, you bring up your arm and use the elbow to really drive the knee across your body. Breathe. Many will struggle here. They'll feel that tension into the coccyx, into the low back. Maybe boob or mass gets in the way. So find the thing that really works for you and that you feel comfortable, but feel stretched. Well done. Release. Relax. We extend the other leg. And when you're ready, we cross the right over the left. Give yourself a moment. And then when you're ready, hold onto the knee and hug it in. If you want to, you can send the arm across, anchoring it in, work to twist away and look away. Enjoy that work with your spine. Breathe into your spine. We hold, try to absorb and then let go. Release and undo. Now shaky your legs just for a moment. Well done. Okay, and then from there we come back onto our knees, settle back in child's pose for a moment. I don't know about you, but my back feels lovely now. Okay, find the thing that works for you. So as we started at the beginning, knees wide, knees together, see what feels comfortable. We're going to come forward, forearms aligned, tail lifted. So I need us, as we're working on our backs here, to curl our toes, lift the knees, and just lengthen here. And I know we've been working through this over a period of weeks now. A couple of areas to focus on: the back of the knee, feel the stretch. Think about pushing the ground away with your arms. Holding and breathing. Thinking all the time that we're just trying to send our body backwards. Enjoying how that feels. If you want to, bring your feet together. And how does that feel? You're welcome. Okay. Knees down, arms stretched, push back. Focus on getting your bottom back to your heels. Come forward and onto your belly. And send your arms out to 3 and 9 o'clock, like you're surrendering. Okay. Now it's interesting when you come into this position, again, there's holding and tension that naturally occurs. So just try and let go. Let go of the hips and the pelvis. Really walking your fingers nice and wide, so you're really stretching out from 3 and 9 o'clock. Lift your right knee, flex your right heel, and send your right hand to the right ankle. If you need to send your left arm forward to assist, you can. Okay, let's just hold that there. Holding onto the ankle. Now you've got a couple of options here. You can push the ankle away, and by doing that, you will lift up through the chest. You can pull the ankle in, and we prefer a flex foot here because you really start to activate more around the top of the hip. Find the thing that works for you. And then we release. I enjoyed that. I felt that in my shoulder and my arm as well, which is nice. Okay, let's try the other side. So, and this is the fun bit, scrabbling around trying to catch it, isn't it? That's proprioception, us finding where our body sits in space. Okay, so flex foot is preferred. Stretch your arm in front of you, and you can either just hold it here. You know, you don't have to do anything with this. You flex the foot if you want to. Think about what's going on through your bottom. Push the leg away, and by doing that, you'll lift your chest and you'll straighten the arm. Or pull the heel in and bend your elbow. You know, it's really how you're feeling today. Well done. Okay, let's release that. Lengthen the legs. Stretch out your arms in front of you. Rock your hips side to side for a moment. Let's repeat that again. So, right arm, right knee, flex foot, hold on, lift, pull, press. There's lots of things going on here. See if we can get that thigh a little higher off the ground. Sorry about that, hamstring. Crampage. When you're ready, release. Switch sides. Catch the foot. Lift the thigh, flex the ankle. Well done. And release. Use your hands, push back. Now what we're going to do, so I'm going to have to look at a modification for some. We are bringing your left knee forward, walking your left ankle outwards and settling. We do this in Pilability anyway. So Chris, if you need to be adapted where you're on the outside of your hip, that's fine. Does that make sense? Can you see me? Rather than on it, just drop onto the outside, see how that feels. Okay, what I'm looking for is a nice stretch. Reach forward, try and keep your chest on your thigh. If you want to, so this is the thing that I enjoy, curling the toe under the heel, lifting the back knee and pushing myself forward. I find a stronger stretch into my inner thigh and groin, into my pelvic floor. If that's too much, just find the thing that makes you go, ooh. Don't be afraid to reset or just adapt, adjust your position. And release. Okay, to switch sides, send your leg backwards and then bring the right leg forward. Find a thing that works. So this for me, it's like, oh, one side is always way easier than the other. So if you need to drop onto your hip, that's fine. If not, just keep that tension. Stretch forward. Now, what I explained was stretch forward. If you want to, curl your toe and do your heel and lengthen the back leg and really stretch out. See how that feels? You might notice the difference between one side and the other. For me, I just like a little rock here. Just an inch or two either side. Continue to breathe. Continue to really ground myself. Well done. And release. Push back. Okay, curl the toes under the heels, lift the tail into down dog. And we settle here for a moment. When I say moment, about a minute. Close your eyes, just tune in, listen to your body. Maybe bring your feet closer together. Lift through the tail. Feel your emotions leave. Just let it go. Feel that energy seep downwards into the ground. You look good. We're here for a few more moments. When you're ready, slowly bring your knees down. Stretch your arms out. Okay, from here, once again, we turn onto our backs. We'll sit onto our bottoms and slowly roll down. Full body stretch. I'm hoping that you're going to go, oh, it's been lovely this morning. It feels like I've had a bit of a massage. That's what I'm hoping you're going to tell me at the end of the session. Okay, let's just stay here in breath. Arms overhead for a moment. Relax your bottom, relax everything. Just relax. Keep your arms overhead for a start. And seeing that we have done a bit of work with hip opening today, if you can, come back to lion butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, knees wide, elbows bent, arms overhead. Now I'd like us to stay here now. Use this time to breathe. Take your focus into the position. Long breaths into the belly. Be conscious to let the belly swell and fall. Actively engage and take that breath down into the belly. body adjust if you need to. With your eyes closed still. Start to take your awareness to where your heels are, on the outside edges of your feet. Make any adjustments. Maybe rub your toes together. You know where you are. Relax through your shins and knees. Let the thighs go. Relax through the pelvis. Think about the pelvis. What here needs relaxing? What are you still holding on to? It's like you're melting. And as you're melting, you're sinking into the ground, which stabilizes us, grows our roots, shoulder blades. Let them relax and melt. Taking your awareness to all the parts of your body making contact with the ground below. Just find that stillness. Because as we send everything downwards, all roots are nourished from the ground. Just drawing up all that energy, drawing upwards nourishment, creating a sense of settling, creating a sense of balance. If you lose it and your concentration wavers, which is completely normal, come back to the breath in the belly. On your next breath, stay as you are, but leave your own body and look down on yourself. See yourself settled, grounded, balanced. See yourself relaxed. Self-care, kindness. Wrapped in contentment. On your next breath out, I want you to slowly release your arms. Rest them at your sides. And on your next breath, slowly bring your knees together. Now if you want to, you can walk your feet wide and just let your knees lean in on each other. I need to remind you that you are important and you are strong. And I know you know this, but sometimes we need to be reminded of our inner power. And to use our inner strength well, we need to ground ourselves occasionally and top up our own levels. On your next breath, I want you to roll onto your side and stay there. Just make yourself comfortable here. Wonderful. When you can and when you're ready, bring yourself up into a seated position. Just settle here for a second. If you can, relax your arms on your knees, and I just want you to just rub your thumb and your index fingers for me. Just bringing back your focus and your concentration, and then your middle fingers, your ring fingers, your baby fingers, and once again just move up your ring fingers, and then your index fingers. Settle and breathe. Feel a wash cascade over you. Just feel just like this flow of goodness and breath and light just pour down your spine. When you're ready, open your eyes. Stretch out your arms. Take your arms behind you just to squeeze your shoulder blades and open your chest. And then bring your arms together. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yay, well done. I'm hoping you're feeling totally chilled and you